Yeah, it's very impressive.
We were just talking about. By the way, the mic is over here, so it's pretty low. They've been complaining about not hearing us speak, so the closer you are to the mic, the better. We were just talking about how different it is coming into the community now. If you're a new player, how within a year the level of play compares to like how some of us have been playing for like 7 or 10 years. You can reach the same level of technical skill, etc. And it's I wonder why that is.
I feel like it's because people set the bar so high, so then you're pretty much forced to keep up with that.
Right.
And also, it's so many more tournaments, more tools available, streams on Twitch, 20xx, and of course, more people take Smash seriously these days.
Right. It's very, very interesting considering if all this information was available 10 years ago or like 15 years ago, whatever, when we started playing this game. I wonder what the scene would look like now then.
Yeah.
Imagine, 2025.
This is gonna look so bad.
Exactly.
Assuming we still play.
Yeah.
Which I really hope and think.
Alright, you have some questions here. Do you feel Mango is your biggest threat for Evo, or is it Hungry Box?
It's still hard to say. I feel like when it comes to your hardest rival or biggest threat, it's from weekend to weekend a lot of times. We saw Hungerbox before Gamo. He had a crazy good streak. He was winning most majors. Now he lost like 2 times in a row or something. Mango has been beating him the last 3 sets, so it's very hard to say. I feel like the one player that can find the closest to his 100% at that weekend will be the hardest.
Yeah. Would you argue that the maximum potential or the highest level of players right now means that anyone, it's up for grabs depending on who's playing the best?
Between the top 4, I would probably
top
say.
4, yes.
The thing is, I think Yuji King is capable of beating everyone in the top 4, but I would say he's very, very famous for not being good in loser bracket.
Yeah.
Once he reaches loser bracket, he's pretty much never making a good run. So that's like a big weakness.
Right.
And he has a losing record against everyone in the top 4. So of course he beats us all once in a while, but he's losing more often, which means that beating like probably 3 of us at the same tournament, or at least 3 sets, is unlikely.
Right.
That is pretty bad.
Alright, Calle W taking the first game. Now, where is Calle W ranked in Gothenburg?
He would be ranked number 3. Me, I'm first, and then Android second. But Android and Calle W, I think they're like 15, 14 sets in Android. It's like 1 set difference. It might be even be tied right now.
Damn.
So they have a very, very fun rivalry. The funniest thing when Calle W and Android is playing is that if both of them are at this tournament series and I'm not there, it usually is 3-2 and it goes down to like 3rd set, like second set of grand finals. So
nice.
With them, you never know.
That's very exciting. Some good recovery from Calle W.
I feel like in this matchup as Fox, you should not approach Falco at low percent with nairs and back airs or stuff like that.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a very common mistake for Fox players versus Falco.
Yeah.
They get crouch and shine at low percent, and with how brutal the punish game from Falco is, that could be a full stop if you're losing.
Yes, I learned this the hard way today. I wouldn't say I even learned it. I just tasted it repeatedly and kept going for the same approach.
Yeah.
It is so different. This was not the deal in 5 years ago. Then that was same. It was semi-same because I guess the crouch cancel game has evolved a lot. I guess all games or aspects of the metagame have evolved a lot, but I feel there are some things that just people should do very differently that totally shifted the metagame.
Yeah, I also feel like a big difference if we compare Smash these days to back then is that nowadays people have more rules for specific scenarios. It's like,
yeah.
oh, if Fox is doing an air at low percent, as Falco I should cross catch a shine. I feel like back then, like 2006, 2007, people probably were more creative in a sense that they came up with things on the fly.
Yeah.
It happens these days as well, but it's less common because of the optimization into it.
Exactly.
And I think that's natural in any given game.
Yes. I mean, it's a dual frontier because you're always trying to find the best strategy when you're attacking, but it's also finding the best strategy for avoiding getting comboed. So with people becoming better at the defense, learning what ways to get out of a certain approach, then the creative or the varied approaches will ultimately not be as they'll be suboptimal. So doing, say, I don't know, drill to up air compared to drill to shine, I mean, it's creative and it works, but people are slower at countering the drill.
Yeah.
And so if people just get really good at the defensive game, then you have to step up the offensive game as well.
Yeah, it's very true. And the thing is, I also feel like with all these kind of set rules, pretty much, it really opens up for crazy mix-up games.
Yes.
Like, I see a lot of Falcos, they go for the cross to shine because they know it's very good against airs.
Yes.
But a lot of good and high-level players, they jump in with drill, for example, which is a multi-hit move. So you can't crouch cancel that.
Yes.
And then after that, assuming Falco does not smash the item drill, you can get even a guaranteed grab.
Yes.
Drill grab is actually a true combo if Fox is frame perfect. If both are frame perfect, drill grab is actually a true combo. So it's a lot of mix-ups in there. For sure.
See Calle W playing a little bit shaky. Well, Zoler as well.
Pretty close game 2, but the ball is clearly in Zoler's corner. Calle W tried to go for a cross game shine.
Hey Ying, lag it.
Oh yeah, no, Calle W and Zoler, they're not brothers.
Yeah,
they're good friends.
They have the same dead look on their faces.
Oh wow, it's Zoler! Oh no! That was very unfortunate. Okay, we're going into game 3. It's tournament like this match could be Zoler's last match in this tournament if he loses.
Right.
Then he's going home with 5th place.
Lots of pressure. So, who would you say handles pressure better for these two players?
I would say probably Calle W. Ah, okay.
Hej Nils, ska vi prata högre nu?
Yeah, when it comes to pressure, I do think Calle W is a little bit better when it comes to that area. I guess it comes down to more experience, mostly. But Zoler is catching up in that aspect of the game as well.
Figures. Yeah, Calle W. Was he attending at ROS1? He was, right?
Wait, who?
Calle W.
Yeah, he was there.
He's been there from the start.
The first tournament ever in Sweden.
Yeah.
Which you were the CEO for.
Yeah, I was. I think I placed like second or something as well. That was like a long streak of second places after Eck.
Yeah.
God damn it.
He was always there.
Hi Randomness. I'm sending purple hearts to you too. So we have a fairly even game with Calle W in a slight lead.
Yeah, I feel like the way the game was ending, the last one, it probably was very heartbreaking for Zoler. He had the lead pretty much the entire game and pretty much threw it away.
Yeah.
It's always hard to come back from that as a competitor. That's the moment when you can't get distracted by things that have happened in the past. You need to focus on the present, not the past. Otherwise, the future will probably not look as good.
Yes. What tournament are you talking about, Smasher? You mean like Nintendo Next? Because that wasn't a melee tournament. It was just like a big gaming event with different tournaments in them.
Yeah, I usually don't consider that like because then I think it was like the Nintendo Championship in 2002 when they had like a melee tournament at the hotel rooms.
Yeah,
before the
exactly.
championship.
Exactly.
So
Which I think I won. No, wait. Was it the laggy projector one? I don't remember.
no wonder it was like 50 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really keep count that much. But it's funny, like the memories come back when you start talking about it. It's they're like related to the setting. I wouldn't remember this if we weren't talking about it in a Smash venue right now.
Yeah. No, I wasn't even there. It was just I remember Aniolas told me about it because he was there.
Yeah. Old school. Okay, so let's see if Zoler can bring it down to the last stock. They're both looking a bit shaken. Oh, and
It's very important for that should
yeah.
be it. Yeah, that's it.
And Calle W takes it.